My mom.
How old is he?
He's dying.
How old is he?
He's not breathing.
How old is he?
I don't know.
Take a guess. 20, 50, 80?
I don't know.
Okay. Is he awake?
Bro, somebody just stabbed AJ.
Is he awake?
AJ.
Where on his body was he stabbed?
17, huh? Where? He was in the alley, man.
No, where on his body? Sir, where on his body was he stabbed?
Yes, he was stabbed.
On December 2nd, 2021, dispatch receives an urgent call about a man who is suffering from a stab wound. The panic from the callers is so severe, it causes them to struggle communicating with the operator.
911 emergency.
Can we get an ambulance tonight? 1734 Margaret.
What's going on there?
Somebody stabbed him in the alley.
Okay, is the person that stabbed him still there? Hold on 1 second.
No, yes, he's still here.
Okay, you need to stop shouting and take a breath so I can get a medical dispatcher on with us. Hold on 1 second.
The man responsible for the stabbing also calls 911 soon after the incident.
911, where is your emergency?
I need help now. I got some black guy hitting me.
What's your name?
Brian Kelberg.
The incident started when Brian Harry Kelberg noticed a car that was parked in his driveway at his residence. While Kelberg is apprehended by the police, he tells his side of what unfolded that night.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So what happened first tonight exactly?
I was gonna leave. I walk outside, there's a vehicle right there. I'm like...
So in the back?
Yes.
So you're gonna leave out the back?
That's my point of entrance and exit.
Yep.
I had no idea whose vehicle was. I was out there for 20 minutes, just waiting.
So then there's a vehicle parked there.
Okay. I called the police, talked to the operator or whatever, called dispatch, whatever.
Ramsey County Dispatch.
I need to have someone come out here and take it and tow a vehicle that's in my driveway.
Okay, what is your name?
Brian Kelberg.
Okay, and I'm assuming you don't know who it belongs to?
Not a single idea.
Okay, we'll get someone out there to you. If anything changes, just give us a call back, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
I have 3 signs within 20 feet.
Yep.
No trespassing, no parking, whatever. I've had incidences in the past as well.
Yep.
While I'm waiting, I called two tow truck companies.
Yeah, how long do you think you waited?
20 minutes, at least 20, 25 minutes.
Before calling or just?
In the whole period.
The whole period, okay.
And shortly thereafter, this young kid comes running down the alley, and I said, stay off my property.
An added piece of corroborating evidence, a neighbor had a Ring camera that caught the altercation, albeit at a distance.
Step on my property. Not step on my I said, I have no trespassing signs, I have no parking signs, stay off my property. I said 3-4 times. He goes, something, I'm not your or whatever, and I'm like, I didn't say anything about race. He goes, F you, and I'm like, I'm not your, and I replied back to him, I'm not your.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden he just cold cocked me 4 or 5 times.
What do you mean cold cocked? Describe that.
Hit me with his fist.
Okay.
Both fists across my face 4 or 5 times.
Where are you going, boy?
All of a sudden, I reached my pocket, pulled out it's like a tube or whatever, stainless steel tube, and just shoved it down. Because I mean,
is it a knife or is it?
It's like a 6-inch tube. I don't know. It's just a pointed
what do you mean
tube.
A pointed
stainless steel tube.
So it's not really a knife.
No.
While Kelberg is allegedly in his home, chaos unfolds when Stewart's friends and loved ones witness his wound as he comes into a friend's home, just a couple houses.
I don't know what the to do, bro.
Fire and medical emergency. Someone was stabbed in the alley behind 7th Street in Flanders. Okay, thank you. Hello, caller.
Yes.
Are you at 7th and Flandreau?
Yes.
And who was stabbed, male or female?
A male.
Okay, are you with him right now?
Yes. My mom.
How old is he?
He's dying.
How old is he?
He's not breathing.
How old is he?
I don't know.
Take a guess. 20, 50, 80?
I don't know.
Okay. Is he awake?
Bro, somebody just stabbed AJ.
Is he awake?
AJ.
Where on his body was he stabbed?
17, huh?
Where?
It was in the alley, man.
No,
You
where
don't know
on
it was
his
in the
body?
alley.
Sir, where on his body was he stabbed?
Yes, he was stabbed.
Okay, you keep saying yes. Listen to what I'm asking you. Where on his body was he stabbed?
It looks like his chest.
His chest. Is he breathing?
No, he's not breathing, ma'am. He's not.
Okay. Can we get him down on the ground, flat on his back?
Actually, yes, ma'am. He is breathing. Please, yes.
Okay, he's breathing. All right. Okay, we already have a paramedic en route. Can you put anything clean, dry cloth over the wound and apply pressure?
I am applying pressure. AJ, stay
Okay,
with me, brother.
hold the...
Get up. AJ, stay with me, brother.
Sir, listen to my instruction.
While Kellberg is in his home, he also decides to call 911.
What's going on? You called about a parking complaint?
Yep, and he's trying to get his vehicle, and I want towed. And he's fighting with me.
Okay. He's physically fighting with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are, why are you trying to, is it his car?
Yes, and he's on my property. I told him to stay off my property.
Okay, do you need an ambulance?
I think he might.
Does anybody need an ambulance?
I have no idea. I would suggest to send somebody soon, like real soon.
And he says that it's his car, but you're refusing to give it to him? I'm just trying to understand.
Yep, well, he's trying to take his vehicle off my property. It's parked illegally. He has no right to be on my property.
Okay, so I'm just trying to understand. We already have a call in for police, okay? So I'm trying to understand
And then,
how is his car on your property and why won't you let him have it? I guess I'm just...
because I want the police to, I don't know why it's on my property. He probably parked there. I want him off my property, and I want his vehicle towed, because this happens all the time. He has no right to be on my property. I asked him multiple times to get off my property. He kept on coming, and he attacked me. And I want to press charges.
Eventually, police do arrive on the scene and enter the house where Stewart is found laying on the floor while his friends apply pressure to his wound.
I don't know. He's parked over there. Please get him. Please, man. Please.
Excuse me. Sir,
He's out in the corner.
what happened?
The white man who owned this building. Can we please?
Yes. Go stand over there, please.
Y'all tend to him? Brother, get him.
376, go for it.
Breathing.
He's breathing. He's doing good.
Can we bring him to the hospital?
He's breathing. He's not dead. He's
The
not dead.
firefighters are coming. He's still breathing.
Look, he's moving. He's moving.
Let's bring him to the hospital, bro.
Please,
The
come on.
medics will be here any second.
Come on,
okay?
please help us. Like, do something.
He's
man.
doing all right. The medics will be here any second.
Keep pressure on his wound or something.
I'm trying to see where it's at.
It's right in his chest. Like,
Right here. It's right here. They said put pressure on it.
Please.
They said put pressure on it.
Oh, it's just a little wound. It's just a little wound. It's just a little wound. You're gonna be good, my boy. Hey, look at me. Look at me. You're gonna be good, my boy. Stay with me, bro. Please, stay with me. Stay with me. He's breathing. Stay with me.
Unfortunately, AJ, Stewart died on the operating table at Regents Hospital, having lost too much blood from the Stabon Kellberg inflicted. Public outcry declared this to be a hate crime, with arguments often citing Kellberg use of a racial slur by his own account during the altercation. This incident also took place in a neighboring area to the infamous shooting of Fando Castile in 2016. Castile is one of the most prominently named victims mentioned by the Black Lives Matter movement, having been fatally shot by police officer Urano. Yanesians was eventually found not guilty with the assistance of his lawyer. Earl Grey, who made a controversial reputation for himself in defense of Yan's killing Castile Kellberg, was released on a $500,000 bail. Only 5 days after the incident, it would only be a few short weeks later that Kellberg would hire none other than Earl Grey himself to represent him in this case, drawing even more public Attention on March 30th, 2023, over a year. After the initial incident, Brian Kellberg would be found guilty by the jury of murder in the second degree. Initially, Kellberg was sentenced for 12.5 years in prison, but the court ordered that sentence to be stayed, and Kellberg will instead serve 1 year in the Ramsey County Correctional Facility. He will also be put on supervised probation for 10 years where he cannot possess firearms. He must participate in mental health therapy, and he has to pay fees of over $113,000. He's also required to complete 150 hours of community service every year for 10 years, or roughly 3 hours of community service every week. He will also still retain his right to vote while he is not incarcerated and is able to register to vote after July 1st, 2023. According to news sources, Ramsey County District Judge Leonardo Castro gave the compelling reasons for diverting from the typical sentence given for a second-degree murder charge. Castro mentions that Kellberg would have a low risk of trouble during probation, citing no prior criminal history. He also noted how Kellberg, a Navy veteran, has physical and mental disabilities that require regular treatment. After hearing that sentence, A.J. Stewart's mother is quoted saying, "I'm beyond disappointed. 365 days. This is treacherously heartbreaking."
We have a lot of people parking there all the time, right?
It's gotten less, but it happens down there.
Have you called the police a lot for that?
Yes, please look it up.
Okay.
Please look it
Like
up.
over the last 5 years, then?
No.
Over when?
Actually, it hasn't happened now. It's probably 6 months.
I know you want to deal with it, but and you want him to get towed. Could you ever just let him go? You know?
I have in the past for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
When you want to keep on getting trampled.